Yes, people, what's going on? What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. As always, people, make sure that you lot are smashing up the likes. Make sure that you're subscribing to the channel. We have a lit panel today, people. You know what I mean? It was meant to be the Chelsea breakdown, but bro, life right now is life in for everyone, bro. So it's only me and Toby available. So last minute, I called up CB, called up Robert, called up Jim. You know what I mean? Usually me and Jim do Blue Diaries weekly, but this week we haven't done Blue Diaries as of yet. You know what I mean? But we got Robert debut today for Robert, innit? What do you say, Robert, man? You good?
Oh, now he got your.
We lost him. We lost him.
Everyone's just dropping down.
Everyone's just dropping down, but Robert, you there?
Yeah, I'm
just
here.
smiling. I'm just smiling. Look how happy he is to be on the channel, man. Yeah. Robert, come back.
You don't hear me?
Nah, bro. Your connection's moving.
Hold on. My Wi-Fi bugging.
Yeah, your Wi-Fi's bugging out. Just leave and join back. But what's everyone else saying, though, man? You look good?
Yeah, good. I'm quite enjoying it, to be honest.
Yeah. CB, what's America saying right now? CB's out there right now.
America's lit, man. I can't lie, lit, man. It's crazy. I went out. You know, when I went out yesterday, I was streaming and that, just getting recognized by people was mad, bro. To think in America, people clock
by the fans.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Mad, man. It kind of made me. I don't really take this as seriously as I should, innit? I get it a lot, but being out here has kind of motivated me. I won't lie. Nah,
bro. Listen, you see what it is about social media. Wherever you go, as long as you're around Chelsea fans and that, you're gonna get spotted 110%. You know what I mean? But we've got a lot to talk about today, people. Anyway, man. Obviously, we'll talk about the game last night. Comfortable win against LA. It was a bit of a joke, to be honest with you, seeing how empty it was. Like, that's actually mad to put the game on basically during work. You know, I was seeing some ops trying to say, "Oh, Chelsea on a big club, they can't even fill out a stadium," and I'm like, "Broski." Now's the time.
A friend of mine who worked in TV kind of pointed it out. He said, "Jimmy, you got to remember the game is shown globally, so they have to put it at a time that makes sense to where it can kind of be watched." Because I'm like, why would they run that if they knew the tickets was low? And he was like, "It's set 3:00, so it's a good time. England can watch this." But he was just showing me all the regions. Why?
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I get it.
The only thing I'll say about that though is we've gone America before, and man's been up watching games at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., bro. Like, they don't really care about that usually. Because even when we went there,
the way they're introducing this tournament, new.
Okay, on FIFA, yeah. All right, that's fair. Yeah, because in England it was on at 8, but over there it was on at 3 p.m. You get it? So, but yeah, that makes sense. Go on, Jim.
Just to say real quick, a Monday, people will call out of work on a Friday. People not calling out of work on a Monday. It's just not happening. You know?
I don't know. I just feel like personally, us match going fans get a lot of stick. The atmosphere at Stamford Bridge is trash. Oh, you guys don't sing and support. No wonder we lose games. All of this atmosphere. Robert, you're the king of that. So why can't the American fans come out and show? This is the first time in how many years we've seen Chelsea have a competitive game. I spoke to Jimmy. He said to me, "I'm Chelsea. I'll have a competitive game 45 minutes away."
Yeah, but that's Atlanta.
I will be there. No problem. Atlanta had a lot of Chelsea fans. They got their own bar out there. I was actually in their bar.
It's still
Chelsea,
not a
dedicated bar. I don't understand. Robert, why were you there?
You in the wrong place. You have to go where the sport is concentrated. Okay, you're in the wrong place. You should be up here. You'll see. Wait till you get in Philadelphia Friday. You'll see the difference.
Bro, how does it even work in America? Like, how much annual leave do you lot get? Because I'm hearing you lot get 5 days.
You get the least amount across the world. This shit is like the Gestapo over here.
He's working for Gustavo Fring.
Like, bro, women have babies and have to be back at work in like 90 days.
Yeah, 90 days in 3 months.
Yeah.
Wait, so how many days do you get off then? Because we get some companies will give you 20 days off a year. Some companies give you 25. Some even give you 30.
I haven't worked. I've worked for myself for the last 15 years, Don. I couldn't tell you.
Okay, Jim, you're a bit different. How about you?
I don't even know. I have to ask my wife. Well, how much they give her off? I work for myself, so I have no.
Yeah. How about you, Robert?
I get about 5 weeks.
You get 5 weeks off.
Yeah, every year. Yeah.
What industry do you work in, bro? This guy's a rich man. You sound like a rich man, bro, to be getting 5 weeks off.
I've been
Yeah, you say your job if you don't want to on camera.
I'm in banking, man.
You're what?
I'm in banking.
Oh, you're in banking, you're in finance.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He loves Clear Lakes, man. They get the finance.
TV, he works for Clear Lake. He works for Clear Lake.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro. You see
Taking
what?
him out, yo.
Don't let nobody hear that.
He's the plant, CB. He's the plant.
I'm telling you, bro. We're going to speak, Robert, because me and Robert were just going back and forth on the timeline. I saw this guy, trying to defend Jackson's movement in behind, and that's one of his strongest skills and all these things.
Jackson had a good game, though.
No, he did. He had a very good game, to be honest. That's the Jackson that I like. On the ball.
But he didn't score though. You see, Don, this is what I've been saying to you about Jackson when we had these Mark Goo debates and all of this. And I was saying what Jackson brings back to goal, link up, even the running in behind. I do think that's one of his biggest strengths, stretching the back line, even in instances where he doesn't get a goal. But what he contributes for the front three in terms of just how we're able to play, you can't downplay Jackson. I don't think a Mark Goo could do that. So that's why when the lap came on,
I think Goo is more than likely going to be a better finisher than Jackson,
bro. He's a better
That's fair though.
Yeah, but if you look at Gil's movement, bro, it's very similar to Delap. That's literally why McKenna wanted him to come and replace Delap, but I don't think he's accepted it. I don't think he's going to Ipswich.
They said Mark Goo said he's not interested in the championship.
You see what I'm saying? But CB, obviously, he was at the game yesterday, bro. First of all, what was the atmosphere actually like in there? Because it was I think it was 20K people in the stadium.
21,000 in like a 70-something thousand seat.
So
yeah, it's crazy.
Packed with Chelsea everywhere across the street. All you can see is Chelsea kits all over. I'm seeing Chinese Chelsea fans, Black Chelsea fans, Irish, Scottish. Everyone I spoke to was flying in from even Mexicans, Ecuadorians. It made me realize our reach is crazy.
I tell people that
when we were there, in terms of the atmosphere in the stadium, if you're basing it on traditional football stadium atmosphere, then it wasn't great. But in terms of just everyone was happy to be there. Everyone was happy to be there, cheering on the team. But it's they don't know the chance. We're getting the chance going. Obviously, they don't really know him. There's been a lot of American ones, you know what I'm saying? The American version chants, I don't know.
How did they go?
I don't even know, Chelsea, stuff like that. It's different, did it? But they were supporting. The atmosphere was, I would say it wasn't bad, yeah. It was just obviously it was empty. And obviously, as you guys explained, it was a work day, Monday, 3 p.m. I understand. But all in all, it was a good day out, man. It was a good day out. What stood out to me the most, at the game, what I would say really, really stood out to me the most is how much these lot love Caicedo. Obviously, Caicedo, for me, I think he's our best player. I've been saying it for the last 2 years. He's my favorite player. But when we're in London, for example, a lot of the attention goes to Cole Palmer. It goes to Enzo. It's not Caicedo's he's kind of the dark.
Well, he ain't even got a song, CB. We're not deep. He ain't got a song,
but the way he performs, how consistent he is, you'd expect him to be gassed to the moon. Over here, though, all I was seeing was Caicedo kits. Caicedo kits everywhere. I'm asking people, I'm doing street interviews on my live stream. Who's your favorite player? Caicedo. I'm like, okay.
Oh, your mic's gone. Your mic
chip.
I think you're cord.
Yeah, it sound like a cord.
No, you're out.
I can't hear anything. Ain't working, man. That shit ain't working. You done something to your mic just then, bro. It was working.
Cord. I can hear how it's going in and out.
Yeah, this guy was getting into the flow of things as well.
Ain't that a bitch?
Nah. check the front of it where the lights kind of light up. If it's orange,
I said Caicedo was making CB speechless.
What he's saying is the real. Caicedo is rated over. You talk to Chelsea fans here, we love Caicedo. Caicedo is the man. We know. It's about Caicedo, man. He's the glue. He's the glue. What do you
think it is though? Is it like would you say it's like the black Chelsea fans, or is it like the Hispanic ones?
It's a mixture. It's the black, but it's not only that. The Latino Chelsea fans too. They love him. They love Caicedo. Like Caicedo represents South America too. Like, so everybody from that region that's a Chelsea fan, they love him too. Like yo, I don't know, they just love him. And like the last Chelsea player I seen get this type of was like Hazard was the last one to get the type of love that Caicedo get. Like not even Conte and none of them was getting love like this.
Yeah. No, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. Go on, CB. Go on, carry on with
it. It's a big deal over here, man.
We can hear you now, CB.
No, we can't.
No, we can't.
Not anymore.
Yeah,
I heard you for a little bit. Let me just change this format here. Yeah, but Togs, what do you think about the game yesterday, bro? First of all, man, because for me, I thought it was a very easy game. In all honesty, I think the thing that let us down the most was our attack, especially at that left hand side. It was shocking. You know what I mean? That was the main thing for me that I had a problem with. But everything else, I thought our midfield, it was easy for Lavia and Caicedo. I thought our defense had no problems. Sanchez made a very good save. Other than that, he was good. Like, I'm not finding myself speaking much about Sanchez. I'm sure Robert want to speak about this guy today.
We've got Sanchez, Mike.
He's been good. I can't lie. You're doing something to your mic. You're doing something to your mic. Yeah, it keeps coming and going. What did you think about the game yesterday, Tobes?
Yeah, I was going to say, Bald Sanchez, since he shaved his head like 3 months ago, he's actually been pretty decent in general. But I didn't mind yesterday. It was just, you know what I mean? They haven't played together in a month. It's like they've just flown over that 2-3 days ago. It's really hot. I kind of factored in that they're going to be a bit sluggish, but I don't know. The only thing I walked away from that game thinking was we need a left winger. Like, we really, really need a left winger. And then in terms of Gusto, I don't know. It was the only negative I walked away yesterday. I was like, what has happened to this? Like, I'd rather see Achimpong come on. If like, don't play Reece the whole time, that's fine. But like, just chuck Achimpong on there, because at the moment it just feels like everything Gusto does, it never goes right. So
I've been trying my best not to reach there with Gusto, but I'm getting there. It's like, yo, I think it's time to give Achimpong a fucking chance, bro. It's getting bad. It's getting bad. It's a whole calendar year now. Because even last year,
exactly. That's what I mean. Good. It's like, I think yesterday was like the official moment where I thought, okay, it's been more than half the time you've been here now. Like, the first year it really likes you, second year didn't really like you. This kind of counts as like we're going into year 3. So it's like, no man, come on, need to up it, get his act together, because he is a good player, but I don't know. I don't know what's going on with it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's so hard for me to comprehend what's going on in terms of just the basic passing. Because people like to say, Jimmy, like, oh, it's all Maresca. For me, I hear it like Maresca
it's gone past inverting.
Yeah, it's gone past that.
Yeah,
and that's what I tell people. I said, the invert thing might not fit what he does best, but we're talking about a 5-yard pass. It don't matter if you invert, outvert, revert, little Uzi vert. You can't make a 5-yard pass. We got a problem. Problem.
It's true.
And then his positioning on defense, like the decision making, because
that ball over the top.
All right, you already see you out of position. Just go play defense. What are you trying to head? You had no chance of winning that.
It's a weird one with Gusto though, because I watched him with the Nations League.
He was cooking.
Quality. This is when it gets confusing for me. He was playing in the traditional right back role there, fair enough, but it's the basics, like you said, stringing passes together, your positioning. This is the basic 101 of football. I don't understand why you can't do it, but for France, I've seen that you're capable of doing it.
And we have, and that's what we have.
It was getting blown out, and Gusto came on. He literally changed the game. And I'm like, okay, this is what I'm talking about. But he come back here, come back with the same bullshit.
I think with Gusto, it's, for lack of a better word, I think it's a confidence thing. I think when he goes to France, he's more confident than when he's at Chelsea. He feels like a change of environment does him some good. And when he comes here, the first thing that clicks in his mind is, Conference League finals performance, and trying too much to. You can see he's overthinking. He's overthinking the pass. He's overthinking his positioning. He's overthinking everything because he's been below par recently. That everything he does, he's trying so hard to make a mistake that he's making mistakes consistently.
Like Don said it, it's like he held the X button too long in that pass yesterday.
Yeah,
all that space, man, and he overcooked the pass.
And he keeps doing it. He keeps doing it, bro. Like, even when you look at he keeps doing it, bro. Like, even in the final, I was like, bro, one thing that I liked about Gusto when he came was how technical the guy is. On the ball, he was so good on the ball. And he would get out of so many situations. Like watching him, I could tell he's the type of baller that used to bang ball in the cage in Paris. Because you know Paris and London are quite similar. Yeah, he's a cage baller. He's actually a cage baller. Yeah. This year, he's honestly felt like, you know, Samson, the Bible, when they cut his hair. Yeah. Bro, this guy this year, it's like he's lost all his powers. Right. I hear it. Maresca's been inverting him, playing him as an 8, playing him as a 10. I don't like that shit. Right. Even in the final, it was another example as to why I don't like it. Because he went into the midfield and he saw someone was there. He tried to pass them the ball. It gets intercepted and then we concede. You know what I mean? So I'm like, that's not on. He should never be in that position in the first place. I don't like this guy inverting. But the basics of the game right now, he has been so bad, bro. You know what I mean? So bad in terms of the basics, man. You know, and even that first year when he came, for me, bro, only Palmer was better than him, CB. You know what I mean?
That's it.
Only Palmer
That's
was better
it.
than him.
Only part. He was so fucking good that year. Yo, remember, I forgot. I think one of my first times going on, I can't remember whose show. My prop that I went on with, I said we got the first and second best right back in the league.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that.
Yeah.
That was my running joke.
He was the first time that you actually could forget a bit about Reece James being injured.
You really
he was like the
wasn't
worried.
time
You were like,
it's
all right,
Reece,
you got
take
him.
your time. Take your time,
Yeah.
Reece. Take your time.
Bro, we were having debates on my channel, yeah, and GNA, right? Talking about, does Reece come back into the 11 when he comes back? That's how
remember
well
those conversations. I remember.
That's how well he was playing, bro. And if you even go check all the underlying metrics from when he first came, in his first year, he was outperforming basically every fullback, right back. In everything, bro. Defensively, offensively, the passes, everything, bro. You know. So for me, I do feel I'm with Robert on this one. I think it's a little bit of a confidence thing. I think it's the fact that he can't play in that role that Maresca's asking for from him. It's a little bit too advanced for him. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit too advanced for him, bro. But at the same time, he definitely needs to sort out his the basics of the game.
The basics. My problem is the basics. A 5-yard pass. You got a Jackson or one of them breaking away into the open half, and you overcook the ball by 10 yards. It's like, bro, come on.
I don't think the technical, Gusto that we saw last season is gone. I don't think he's lost.
No. When he played for France, he showed it.
Yeah,
when he showed us.
You can see it when he plays for France. His confidence is different than when he comes back and plays for Chelsea. And so I think it's a matter of his confidence level, just switching up. When he goes back to being the confident Gusto that we know, I think he's cool. Even in this inverting role, I think he's technical enough and he's tenacious enough. I think he offers the tenacity that Cucurella offers on the left-hand side. Gusto offers that on the right-hand side, and that's why Maresca likes him. Even though he might be off for the bad on the ball, but the tenacity, like the counter press that he instantly goes into, and that's what Maresca rates from him on the right-hand side. So much so that remember against Everton in December that Cucurella was suspended and he played Gusto there because he likes what how tenacious Gusto is on that left-hand side when it comes to counter pressing and all that. And it's the off ball and the running back and getting back in position, but he's just been low on confidence, and hopefully this summer he sorts it out and get his confidence back and goes back into the next season where we think Gusto or is James starting? Is it Gusto or is it James? Right now it's like it's James all day long. I want to get back to where it was
all day.
Well,
100%.
I don't know who to start in the game. That's where I'm trying to get. I'm trying to get his form to go back.
100%, bro. But CB, man, let's talk about that left hand side yesterday, bro, because there was an absolute criminal at left wing yesterday. Yeah,
your boy.
I don't know if my man
dribble in the league, according to you,
broski. Listen. You already know what I think about the guys. You already know what I think about the guy's end product. Yeah, you know what I think of his end product. I've told you this. I've said to you, his main strength is the way he takes man on, but he needs to improve his end product, and that's exactly why I wanted Chelsea to get Olise done, bro. Right? But yesterday, bro, talk to me about this guy yesterday, bro. Honestly,
I'm at a point now where he's probably the most frustrating player that we have, and we have Neto on the other flank. This is the thing. Like yesterday, he made Neto look like a decent player. I'm not a Neto guy. I'll be honest. Like, I want to just put the disclaimer out there. I've said it with my chest.
You did not have to tell us that. With the way
Yeah,
you
like
did.
in terms of Neto, I don't think I've seen Neto do anything in a Chelsea shirt better than what Timo Werner did for us, and we didn't rate Werner. So that's another side point. But in terms of Noni, he made Neto look like a star yesterday. He went past his man. He had a chance to shoot on goal, and he went backwards. I'm looking at him like, brother, are you okay? I have constant guys on my stream, Robert. You've seen it myself when you come on my channel. There's guys on my stream that will tell you that Noni is better than Vinny Jr. Noni is better than. I shit you not. I have these arguments every week on my channel. Like, hold on to Noni. He's gonna be our Mo Salah. Oh, Noni's this and that.
They gotta be trolling you.
The first time he got moved to left wing, remember, it was against Liverpool. He cooked Trent.
Yeah, he looked good then. Yeah,
he's about to. Yes, we've unlocked something new. Maresca's unlocked something. He could be the top 3 left winger in the league. All of this stuff was getting said. I was outside the stadium with American fans, MLS fans. I said, "Yo, did you guys know who was playing right back for LAFC? Who locked up Noni? They had no clue. We are getting knocked up now by no names, and we're meant to take you to war in the Champions League next year. This is the thing. So if we go 2 goals down, like the way Inter Milan went 2 goals down against Barcelona, yeah, Lamine Yamal slaps 2 goals against us in the semi-final. We're gonna look at you, Noni, to now get us out of the bind. This is crazy, man. In terms of the winger situation, let's just improve on it and cut our losses. I think if Newcastle come knocking 50 million, that's a good deal, man. Just get him gone. I'll be honest, bro. It's even made me miss Sancho. It's that deep.
Mudryk.
No. Too far. See,
I'm not even gonna go back and forth because me and Jimmy have been going back and forth, about Mudryk.
Yeah, we argued about this shit all morning. I have no injuries.
I don't want to talk about that today because there's other things to talk about, right? So what, CB, for you at this point now, you're done with Noni. You want to sell it?
Yeah, I'm done. 50 million, go to Newcastle. It's okay. And you're not even a bad player. I actually think he's not a bad player, but the level.
I think that's what's frustrating about him. Like, that's what he said. Like, most frustrating. It's because we know he can be good. It's like, yeah.
I don't think we're in a position where we can wait for you now. Like, just go and spread your wings and fly, bro. It's okay. You've done what you got as Champions League qualification. You've proven that you are of that level. Salute. Move on now. We got to start being ruthless because since we clinched top 4 and we've got the Conference League, I think as a fan base we're starting to now get into a bit too much attachment to the players that we know we want to replace. You talk about our defense, about bringing in defenders in but we've had one of the best defense. Look how we closed the season, guys. Didn't for me? I've been a big defender of Rob Sanchez. I still think I want another number 1 that's better than him. They talk about, Sanchez ended the season very well. I don't think we should get rid. Colwell ended the season quality. I don't think we should get another centre back.
Another centre back.
All of this stuff, all this sentiment for these players needs to stop. We need to just start being ruthless.
To me, that's not even being ruthless, CB. That's just being smart. You're trying to build a winner.
Yeah. 100%. You're trying to improve on that. How about you, Tom? How about you, Tom? What do you think about Noni right now, man?
Mate, I find him frustrating. I do find him really frustrating. I do think maybe on the whole last season, he probably was our best winger. I don't think that's saying a lot, obviously, because I don't think any winger was amazing. But like, he's really frustrating because he can be really good. But I feel like Noni has a good game, and he's sort of like, I've done my job now. Like, it just disappears for a few games. He needs to start developing some sort of consistency because he is frustrating. Like, even yesterday, when like you were talking about his end product, mate, when he had a shot, which was probably his best part of the game, and he's like, you've got to arrow that. Why are you not putting your foot through it? Just like pillow footing everything. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, that. He did put his foot through it, but he didn't put it in the corner. That's the problem.
No, that's what I mean. But like across
the body, across the body.
Across his body.
Yeah, 100%.
Like that ball had to go one way. But yeah, I don't know. Noni's not like high on the priorities of people I'd sell. I am on the same page in terms of I don't know why people's expectations have changed. It says because we ended the season well, it suddenly means we don't need a keeper, we don't need a centre back, we don't need a left winger, we didn't need a striker. Like they've got the lap, obviously, but those things we knew that last summer that we needed those things, and they didn't get those things, and then we still need those things. So like you said, it can't be sentimental and whatever. But that's why United kept people like Ten Hag. Like it's not going to help you. You need to still address what you need to do.
That's how you fall behind, man.
Yeah,
It's how you
yeah.
fall behind.
Like if we go into Champions League,
now step up the recruiting, step up everything a level. Else we're gonna fall back behind. We're gonna be
and also next season will be harder to get top four. Like, we were juggling Conference League football. No one had to play in it.
It's gonna
like
be very difficult.
it's going to be first team every week, 3 games a week
difficult.
basically.
The Prem is. If people ain't realizing, the Prem it's a new era in the Prem. Those middle of the pack teams now, they're coming for your food, man. And excuse me, in any given season, one of them are gonna be there. A Forest, a Bournemouth. It's not gonna be the same teams every year.
Yeah, facts.
But remember before it would be like a lower team will be fighting in the middle. Now, with how much money's in the Prem and how much talent there is all over the world now, those middle of the pack teams now they biting that top four. And they're gonna be on your because top four race, that means you pretty much had 65% decent season, 60-40. Now you have that now. You got your Bournemouths, your Brightons. Look, now this year was Forest. Like these teams are gonna be right there biting at your fucking heel. That's why I feel like if we don't step it up levels, when it's time to do prediction, I'm not gonna be sitting out here with no chest because I know what it's gonna be. I know what it's gonna be. I like the lap. Cool. If we don't do something at center back, if we don't do something game changer at left wing, like I don't know if I can comfortably look at and say, yeah, we're gonna be back in top four.
So now, Jim, you're comfortable. You know, you're not content anymore with the left wing options. You've changed your mind, yeah?
Only Don, you love to try to mix up my argument. I said give you Asherman, and then I'll be good with the wingers. I said if you gave me Asherman, who was my number one striker to get, I would have been cool with not getting a left winger.
Regardless of getting Asherman or not, we still need a left winger. That is an urgent requirement, bro.
Yeah, but my point about Rodrigo, because y'all said y'all wanted Rodrigo, I said cool. But don't come tell me about Rodrigo for 90. And then you telling me, oh, you're going to go low ball for a striker. That's bullshit.
When you said that,
if they got a striker and then went back in for Rodrigo, I wouldn't be like, no, I don't want Rodrigo. Y'all was talking as if left wing wasn't my priority. That's basically what I was saying.
What we said. Me, Ads, and Jem were telling you, right? That we obviously understand we need a striker. That is an urgent requirement. But you can still get a striker and also get a left winger because this summer, Robert, right? These sporting directors that you like to always big up and say they're the best in the world and that, yeah? We're bringing in a lot of money. Player sales, Club World Cup, Champions League. We've made top four. There's a lot of money, right? So you could definitely go and get a striker as well as going to get a left winger. Like Gyökeres and Osimhen, even if it was to get them, Jim, they're not going to cost 100 million. The only striker that they're asking for 100 million right now is Ekitike and obviously Isak. We're not gonna go in for Isak, I don't think, bro. Do you know what I mean? How about you, Robert? Like, who do we bring in realistically on that left hand side? Yeah, that comes into the 11 straight away and elevates the level, man. Because that side, it just stinks, honestly.
Now, I think it's important to understand, you know, what profile or what we're looking for from that left wing. I don't think, you know, our club or the way Moresca plays is in favor of a striker like Osimhen or Gyökeres, where everybody's just going to be feeding one man. I don't think that's a style that we're looking to enact here. I think it's more, we have a striker. Yes, he can score goals, but also his role is to facilitate for everybody else around him, for the Cole Palmer and the left winger and as well as the right winger. So the profile we're looking for is more of a goal scoring winger, and I believe, you know, Gittins is a good option. I'm one of the few who actually wouldn't mind having Garnacho as an option, and I believe we need two left wingers to come in this summer and provide depth, because we lost Sancho and Mudryk from when we started last season, and then we're gonna probably lose Nkunku and Joao Felix, right? So I think we need two left wingers and an inside forward, like a Morgan Rogers type that can play Winger, if you need him to, can play the advanced 8 and can play the number 10 to be a kind of a backup or support for Cole Palmer.
Who, I can hear someone say there's background noise. Who's that, bro? CB, you got kids there, bro?
No,
I think my kids.
Oh, is that your kids, Robert? Ah.
Yeah. They heard me say Garnacho. They be like, "Daddy, no."
I was bugging out, bro. Tell us the names then. Tell us the names, yeah. Who would you want to bring in on that side then? Robert.
me?
Oh, Robert. No, Robert. I'm asking Robert.
Who would I want to bring on the left hand side?
Yeah, bro. Who should we bring in?
Gittins and Garnacho for me.
Yeah.
Aye, bro.
Everything you said you was cooking, and then you went and burnt the shit when you said that.
I'm talking about the one. I'm talking about the ones that
You guys don't know Robert 101.
No, listen.
Bro.
If you tell me Barcolas becomes available from PSG, yes, number one option, bring in. If you tell me Rodrigo becomes available, bring in. But out of the ones that we know that are available,
I don't think Rodrigo going
You need to
nowhere.
realize
So.
what Robert does. Yeah, Robert he wants the players that we've been briefed that we're interested in. That's his thing. Yeah,
You ain't mentioning Garnacho wasn't interested.
if he was linked to Ollie Watkins, he's gonna say, bring me Ollie Watkins. That's my number one target. That's what he does.
nah.
Well, because Robert, he was on playback.
But on the
He was
real,
on playback on CFC Hours, yeah. Big up CFC Hours on playback.
yeah.
He was on there, and you said in terms of Rodrigo, you don't think Rodrigo is worth breaking. That he's not the sort of player to break the wage bill for, if I wasn't mistaken. So do you still feel that way in terms of if we could have a chance for Rodrigo, but let's say for example it's 210k a week, for example, would you rather get Garnacho for 100 and something K that fits the wage bill, or would you break the bank for Rodrigo?
210k. I'm paying that for Rodrigo all day long.
Okay.
Yeah.
So why do you want Garnacho? What do you like about Garnacho that you want to bring at the club?
I think he's a player who, he knows how to get into goal scoring position. He's a volume shooter, and that's what.
But that's not the problem, right? He can't.
Now, let him finish, Jim. Let him finish.
He's a volume shooter. He knows how to see. Sancho is nice. But the thing that frustrates me about Sancho is he passes and then he stands and admire his pass. I like players, wingers who pass and then make themselves an option and follow their pass and go and become a threat going forward. And that's what I like about Garnacho. He's always a threat. He works hard off the ball and he's always offers himself either in and behind, and he's not a great dribbler or anything. He will use his pace to take on his men, and we need a threat on the outside. We got, last time we had Sancho, who was only a threat on the inside, but we didn't have a threat on the outside to take on the men from the outside.
I don't even know, because you see, I have no information in front. Who scored more goals last year, Sancho or Garnacho? Can somebody tell me? It better be a big difference.
Garnacho 21 GA. Garnacho 21 GA in his bad season. This was Sancho's best season in a while.
No, how many goals did Garnacho score?
Say what?
How many goals did Garnacho score? Anybody know anybody in the chat?
I think it was like 4.
How many did he score?
He got 4 goals. He got less goals.
How many chances he's missed? Have you not seen how many chances the guy's missed?
I don't get this.
Yeah,
and I'm not one of them people. I'm talking about all competitions. What was Garnacho goal tally in all competitions?
I'm not sure.
He got over 20
Not GA. Goals.
I hate GA. That word needs to get banned, bro.
Nah, it doesn't. GA
You
doesn't
got
need
to
to
look
get
at goals
banned.
and assists, though. You have to look at goals and assists, right?
Yeah, you have to. You can't ignore goals in this.
Those days, Messi.
Let me ask you a question, Robert. Yeah, like with Garnacho, bro. Listen, for me, when I watch this guy, he's a squad player, right? He's not the type of guy to be bringing into a Chelsea right now, starting week in, week out. Because I watch United week in, week out, right? I see how frustrating he is. He's basically the equivalent of a Madueke and these sort of guys.
He's another noise.
And you get his brother. You get his brother chipping in on Instagram every 5 minutes on top of that as well.
I
Chatting
dare to
shit.
join the club and his brother does all of that. I'll cry.
I mean,
Yeah.
his brother is a little 17-year-old kid. I'm not worried about what a 17-year-old kid is posting on the.
It will get really toxic with our fans like that.
You know what I mean? Me, I'll catch him at the bridge and I'll get him rushed, bro. We'll rush him together, bro. You know what I'm saying? We'll rush him, bro.
To answer Jimmy, he had 11 goals and 10 assists.
Yeah, but Robert, let me say something to you, bro. Yeah, if you break down the season as a whole, right?
Yeah.
Our worst, the weakest part of our team was our finishing, right?
Yes.
Because as much as our defense needs improving, we need better than Sanchez. We need better than whoever plays next to Cole. Yeah. We had the third best defense in the league. Our midfield outperformed everyone else's. When you look at the chances created, you look at the Caicedo, no one was better than Caicedo. And you look at the goals, the GA in the midfield. For me, our midfield was the best in the league last season, right? That was the strongest part of our team, right? Then you look at our attack. We had a striker that had 21% conversion rate, bro. Yeah? Even worse than Havertz, bro, right? Yeah. That's what we're working with. We've got Noni that gets chance after chance and misses, right? You've got guys like Sancho that weren't shooting, right? You've got guys like Neto that don't like to shoot, right? So why would you want to bring someone else in who is not good in front of goal, bro? Yeah? This Garnacho guy in front of goal, he misses so many big chances. It's ridiculous. Like, there was one shot, I remember, when they played Spurs, because I was living in Paris at the time, yeah? They played Spurs. He cut in from the left-hand side, right in front of the goal. He's got the whole goal to aim at. The ball went far, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like he was playing rugby. You know what I mean? So why would you want to bring someone else in who is not a good finisher, bro? That doesn't make sense to me.
No, I hear you. Does he need to improve his finishing? Yes. By the way, so does Barcola. Even if you're gonna bring Barcola in, Barcola is not a clean, is not a great finisher either. He misses bare chances.
You're right. You
can say maybe Rodrigo, yes, but Nico Williams misses bare chances. Like there's no like that Sadio Mane level of.
They're a lot better 1v1 though than Garnacho. Like Garnacho 1v1.
I will give you that they might be the better dribbler 1v1, and Garnacho uses his pace more. It's like Anthony Gordon. They're not great with skills, but they will use their pace to bypass their man.
Nah, Gordon's good in the ball. Gordon's good in the ball. Don't do that. Don't.
Well, I was about to say, please don't put Gordon in.
Gordon's actually good in the ball.
I don't think he's clear. I think Garnacho is
what?
No, Gordon's way better.
Let me tell you something. Jimmy, Robert. Hold on, one at a time, people. Let me just tell you something. When Gordon first broke through at Everton, yeah, this guy used to play as a 10. Because I remember I used to show the man, I said, bro, watch this Gordon guy for Everton. He's a baller, right?
Yeah.
And he used to play as a 10 because he's techie on the ball. He had tech, bro. The way he was passing, the way he was moving on the ball, it was slick. And I'm like, yo, for English brother, this guy can actually ball. Do you get it? Don't compare him to Garnacho when it comes to on the ball, bro. I'm telling you.
No, but I'm saying this is my point. Garnacho last season has 17 GA. This season, in a bad season, different system, he has 21 GA. Like it's not lost to me.
I watch him
think
play.
that he can come into a Moresca system and offer a lot more and be a lot more, be a dangerous winger. Then I believe at 24 he'll be a better player than Anthony Gordon is at 24.
You crazy?
Really?
In 4 years, he's 20. No. He's 20 years old right now.
Yeah.
In 4 years, he will be better than Gordon is.
In 4 years, he'll be playing for Real Valladolid or one of them fucking clubs in La Liga. Get him the fuck out of here.
I'm just going to Napoli, man. Just let Napoli take him. I have no problem with that, man.
We're not. Yo, Fofana. I'll take Malik Fofana over him 10 days out of 10.
No, 100%.
No, 10 days out of 10.
Can I ask you that question? Yeah,
I don't begrudge you on that one. If you prefer Fofana, I hear that. I understand. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh no, it's clear.
That's the type of potential that I would gamble on. I'm gonna leave.
You see, this is the thing, though. You see, this is the problem that you've got though. Like, Tobes, yeah, like the left wing market just it's not great. Not good, the fact that we're even talking about Garnacho,
that's exactly my point.
You know what I mean?
But Fofana's a better football player than fucking Garnacho. Way better.
I'll take Fofana over Garnacho.
Yeah, I think Gittins or Fofana would be far more happy than Garnacho. Because at least with those two, I've seen less of them, so I don't know that they're bad. Whereas Garnacho, I'm just like, I know that's not going to work. So I'd rather have hope.
That's been said today.
I'm not going to sit here.
I don't know how much it costs, but if Chelsea want to go and go for a flyer, There's a dude named Igor that plays for Farnyard. Go for him.
Now we're just being edgy. Now,
not even
CB don't like guys you don't know about. CB don't like guys you don't know about.
If you're not 85 plus rated on FIFA, don't bring him. That's what I'm saying. I want gold card players.
I ain't played FIFA since 2015, so I don't know what his FIFA rating is.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like Fofana for me is like I've seen probably the same as him and I've seen him Gittins, but he plays in the French league. I feel like every good winger at the moment is kind of playing there, so that makes sense. He's a Belgian winger who plays in France, which is the same as Hazard, and that's enough for me to be like, oh, he might be right. Just see what happens.
I'm telling you, Igor Paschal, I'm sorry, I'm trying to tell you.
You know what it is, yeah?
That boy is a beast.
Winger position, in terms, even really with this window, that same with Delap. I personally think, I'm better as a footballer than Liam Delap. I was cold at ball. All jokes aside, I'm cold at ball. I said it in the group chat the other day, Don. Like, in terms of the YouTube space, I don't think anyone's better than me at football. But
we got ball together. We got ball together, then, bro.
I had a nutritionist who kept my diet on point. I had a video analyst who told me in areas of the game that I could be better. I had a scout who told me
where's the footage? Where's the footage?
You see, look, I'm going Miami. When I go Miami in a week,
whoa. We talk about when you was good. I had no idea Don played football. And then I saw a clip of Don bombing down the wing, and I said, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, listen, I'm going Miami.
Oh shit, Don could ball.
When I do my IRL stream,
where's the footage?
Ball over there, you're gonna see live and direct. So in a week's time, you get that. But as I was saying, with the Liam Delap,
I think I even seen Monts play ball. I've seen footage of these guys that play ball.
Trust me, bro. Trust me.
I need your footage. See,
as I was saying, in terms of Liam Delap, I gave the board the benefit of the doubt because John Duran, a lot of people were critical of. I was one of them, and he ended up kicking on. So you're doing these signings which you should have done last year and you missed out on. Same with the winger position. I'm not really fond of Jamie Gittins. Malik Fofana, I don't think that's what we need. But you was interested in Desiree Doué last season. A lot of people was like, what are you doing in terms of Desiree Doué? And he's kicked on. So I'm willing to now give them
and Barcola, wasn't it? Yeah.
I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt on the signings that they should, like them little gems, the random hidden gems that end up kicking on. I'm willing to give them that. But all I want in exchange is, okay, you brought in Liam Delap, bring me a ready main striker, Oshimen, Eki Teki, or Yokerez. You're bringing
Maignan or whatever. Yeah.
Jamie Gittins or Fofana. Okay, bring me, I don't know. This ain't about a popular one, but they ain't got no European football, and his agent is Jorge Mendes. Bring me a layout. Something like that. So then I've now got two options. You've given me a young star, and you've given me someone who's ready to go and help us challenge for the league, because I am sick and tired. I don't want it to be December time, and we're falling behind on the league. I'm a Chelsea fan. I want to win the league every year. Right now, if a rival tells me, what do you expect next season? I'm going to say, I want to win the league. Chelsea are going to win the league. That's me. In December, if I'm seeing ourselves going 12 points, 10 points, 15 points away from the table, and people look at me and say, oh, well, these guys are young. What did you expect? They're inexperienced.
Yeah, I'm tired of hearing that too.
I don't want to hear that.
I'm tired of hearing that too.
Yeah, man, get me some ready-made stars. So I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt. Liam Delap, we haven't really talked about today. His debut yesterday was quality. I'm somebody who, when he came on from his movement, the runs he was making in behind, his link-up play, he had a point where he was on the right-hand side, he's beat two players, went on the byline. I think he should have cut it back. He went for goal, not too mad about it. There's little things like that. He got an assist as well. The weight of pass was perfect. What you brought into the game, I'm happy to see that. Now, get me another bona fide star up top, and then we don't have to put the pressure on you, because as things stand, we're going to do what we did with Jackson, where Jackson was the only striker. He got 14 goals in his first season, and everyone crucified him. He got 10 goals this season, fair enough. I think he could have got more. He did go on a 3-month goal drought, fair. But he had no other option. He had to play through bad form. As things stand right now, if we don't get another striker, Delap's going to have to get 20 goals in the league, or everyone's calling for his head. I don't think that's fair. We need to have some sort of balance to these young players. That's where I stand in terms of the board. But his debut was
I can hear that.
It's just not enough for me personally, man.
You know what it is though, yeah, CB. Like when it comes to this whole discourse on Delap, yeah, I'm not worried about his quality. I'll be so real. I'm not worried about his quality. I'm not worried about his mentality, bro, because that guy is a bully. He enjoys bullying, man. Yeah, he enjoys, running in behind and actually being a bit of a menace. Because even when he was on loan at Hull, he was played right wing, bro. He played a lot of games at right wing. That's why you saw man taking those little runs in the wide channels and actually running around people, crossing it in the way that he did. Like, I'm not worried about the quality. What I'm worried about is going into the Champions League with Jackson as the backup, right? Because if anything happens to Delap, and we're now depending on Jackson, bro. We're depending on Jackson.
This is when I think that the Jackson discourse, I think, with the fan base is getting a bit disingenuous.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I think Jackson is a better striker than Liam Delap.
What?
No.
Actually, they're different. They're different profiles.
I think Jackson is better than him. I do think Jackson has his flaws. There's certain things that, like, Delap's a better ball striker than Jackson. Fair enough. Delap's back to goal game isn't better than Jackson's. If we're being honest,
the link up play.
We will get to see that.
Like Jackson's a better ball carrier. It's little things like that in terms of ball striking and movement in the box. Delap is better than him. These are in terms of
but we've seen Delap carry the ball though. CB,
I'm not saying he's a bad ball carrier. I never said that. Ooh,
but what he's gonna give us goal wise is, I think, is that he's 2 times the striker of the ball than Jackson is.
Yes,
Jackson cannot strike the ball. He just
that's
can't.
what I said. Ball striking, 100%.
Oh, bro, that's what we need from our 9. That's what we need from our 9.
If you talk about a player, as in a player like on the ball, the link up play, the little tricks.
I think
you probably say Jackson, but then as a striker, there's no debate for me, bro. Like, Jackson's learning how to play as a striker, whereas Delap is a natural striker.
Yeah, look at Delap's movement. Look at his movement in the box.
I was thinking yesterday.
Look at his mindset in the box. Yo, I was during my watch along. I cursed Jackson. He played a good game. I cursed him stink at one point. Cole Palmer cut in, played the ball to him. He literally played the ball right back to Cole Palmer. The fucking 3 men still was defending Cole Palmer. Bro, you're a striker. Take a touch, turn, and see what's at the fucking goal. He didn't even think that. Oh, touch, I'm going to give it right back. You're not a winger. You're a striker. Be greedy. Be a fucking striker. That's where he frustrates me. He doesn't have a striker's mentality.
I agree. I think Liam Delap, the basics of a striker, Liam Delap has over Jackson. That's fair. I would never argue that. That's why I said the ball striking, the movement in the box, 100%. But you guys underestimate the link-up play and how much that helps us, the way the style of football.
Yeah, but hold on. One more thing. I can point out one more other thing. Those 2 runs he made, Jackson would have been offside for both of them. And I'm not even fucking asking.
He wouldn't even make that run.
Those 2 runs he made, one that led to a goal and one that almost led to a goal, Jackson would have been offside. And then the first one, when he went to the byline and kept going, Jackson would have just kicked the ball off of the defender.
Okay,
but Delap is a striker. I'm going to go.
Jimmy,
everybody respond. Go on.
But Jimmy, I can flip that out to you and say, I don't think Delap can play that pass to Neto like Jackson did.
Oh, that's bullshit. That wasn't no out of this world. I'm sorry. He had a mile of space.
Bro,
that was a lot of space, bro.
Jimmy, he received the ball back to goal. He had to turn past the defender. The left back to goal game isn't that good in comparison to Jackson's.
Bro, I'm not giving you that. I'm not giving you that, bro. I'm not giving you that. I'm not giving you that.
Do you remember the pass he gave to Noni? Like that little pass. He played 1-2, then he plays beautiful pass to Noni in the box. And then
so what you're saying is what you're saying. Yeah,
I'll sacrifice that for 7, 8, 9 more goals. I'll sacrifice that.
I think they could coexist. I was going to say, I think they could coexist. I
genuinely
think you could have Jackson on the left, partly, but like you could put Jackson on the left at the moment with our options, and I'd be more happy with that. Like, he's played on the left before for us. Like,
I think this is what I've called for a minute at this football club. That you have 2 players, right, that are similar. That if one of them starts, I'm not mad. If Jackson starts over Delap, I'm not mad. If Delap starts over Jackson,
I'm not. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm not for another season of Jackson leading the line. I'm not for that. I'm not for that.
But it is.
If Chelsea, If Chelsea has Jackson, if we go into game 1 and Jackson is the fucking starter, that's gross negligence. Gross.
It is
gross fucking negligence.
Maresca's not gonna. I mean, they're not gonna drop Jackson from game 1.
Like you heard what I said, right? Gross fucking negligence.
I disagree.
If he starts game 1, I'm writing up court. That's harassment against a black man with a hat. I'm making up fucking charges. Maresca's going to prison.
But my point is, you see how there was. If you watch that game closely yesterday, you can see Jackson was playing knowing the lap is on the bench. Like, is that I gotta bring my A game or this brother here taking my spot. Then the Delap comes in and said, this brother here, he was called and gave a beautiful assist, and he was running, pressing, and doing all that. I gotta come and keep that same mentality, or I'm not seeing the pitch for until the 85th minute. And that is the competition that I prefer.
Second reason why Jackson picks me off, I just remembered. He got that weighted pass perfect, left foot, strike the ball. Nope. Let me spin, do my fucking knee, do the fuck. He was dancing like the fucking Australian lady at the Olympics.
But Jimmy,
what the fuck was that? You're a striker. Strike the ball.
Jimmy, this is why I feel like these conversations are not genuine and his agenda, yeah? Because fair enough, you can critique areas that he didn't perform well in the game. So it's not actually
scoring stuff.
No,
he's a striker.
But there's certain actions you're critiquing. Fair enough, the critiques are valid. I'm not gonna say they're wrong. But then when we're highlighting, for example, the assist that he made, which you're saying that's easy, it was open, man.
I didn't say it was easy. Whoa. I said the pass. Wait, I said the pass, he had a lot of space. I didn't say it was easy. I didn't say, but what I'm saying is there's a lot of fucking center forwards that can make that pass. I'm sorry. I just believe that. I'm not downplaying it.
Hold on, Jim. Let me come in here, boys. I think what Robert and CB are saying is that Jackson is a better facilitator than Delap, and Delap is a better finisher. Am I right in saying that, boys?
Yeah, that's
what you were saying.
I don't want my striker to be a facilitator.
I'll put it this way. Outside the box, Jackson is better. In the box, Delap is better.
I don't care about that.
No, but
my striker's gonna be in the box.
In this system matters.
Nah, bro. Not when half the games we're gonna be against a low block. Miss me with that.
It's true.
What makes you think that having a proper striker will guarantee you wins against low blocks?
It gives you a better chance to know when to move. Jackson be in the box.
Never scored a header in the Premier League before.
Bro, Jackson be in the fuck. Jackson be in the box.
I said I want to demonstrate.
No, but I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example. Man City against Southampton. Low block against Southampton, they couldn't score. They win this game 0-0. That's a relegation against a world-class striker, but he couldn't get a goal. Playing against a low block.
What does that have to do with what I'm talking about?
I'm just saying. You saying I need a box.
Don't you know everything is odds? You raise the odds. The higher the odds are, the more chance you're going to get what you're looking for.
I disagree with you.
So hold on. If you put a person that's better, who knows how to run, know where to go, knows anticipation. Jackson can't even anticipate when the shot is going to deflect.
We view football differently. Maybe we view football differently. I think you get a better chance with a striker that helps you create more chances. And I think that's a Jackson as opposed to a Haaland.
No, you need a striker to score.
See, you like a striker that everybody feeds and he finishes. I like a striker that makes the attack more fluid. That's my preference.
I thought Delap did do that though. I would say I thought Delap, yes, they showed more that than just sit in the box.
What did Delap do?
Yes.
Did Delap not get an assist?
So did Jackson.
Okay. Whoa. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever seen Jackson get an assist like Delap got?
Yes,
I have.
From across?
Yes.
When?
At some point,
how many?
Never.
He hit the ball. He hit the ball more.
Have you ever seen Delap give the assist like Jackson did yesterday? Have you ever seen it?
Yo,
If you answer me, Jimmy. If
Yes!
you
You got a down pass?
where?
Yo, Delap, hold
Tell me
on.
again. Tell me again. I'll look it up.
Delap used to play on the fucking right wing for Hull City.
No,
Right
show
wing.
me
No,
when the last
I'll tell you, I have no problem.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know. He doesn't have a game. He don't have the game.
You know, but the
I
thing
have no
is,
problem.
let's be fair. Let's be fair.
Hold on a second. I've watched so much Delap. I'm gonna go and get the fucking footage of him making great passes. Great passes. And I don't want you to try to downplay them.
To you right back.
Because you said he never did it. And I'm gonna show you.
I didn't say. I just said show me. I didn't say he never did it. I just said I
Delap, yeah. Let me tell you something, Robert. You see, to play for Man City's academy, bro, it's very similar to Chelsea. You can't get into Man City's academy if you ain't got tech on the ball. Delap is very good on the ball. Yeah. He might not be as good as Jackson.
And you don't make it out the slums of Senegal to Chelsea if you're not good at football.
No,
yeah, bro.
It is harder to make it. It is harder to make it out of Senegal than it is to make it to Man City.
This guy, bro. You know what? Yeah, all right, cool. Let me quickly get the super chat up. Yeah, we got C for this as well. It says talking about facilitators when our entire attack is all about creating. Get me attackers that can score. I don't care about their age. Yeah, I think that's the point that Jimmy's been making as well. How about you, Tobes? Where do you stand with this Delap Jackson thing? Like,
I like them both. Like, I actually think they're just both good options. They're just different. They'll suit different games. I honestly think they could coexist more than people think. It just spices up. Depends what the game. If we were playing and we had a lot of space in behind, which is pretty rare to be honest, I actually think that's when Jackson thrives a lot more. But most time when we are playing these low blocks, like that's going to be Delap. If Delap's not starting in those games, I'll be disappointed. But at the moment, in this Club World Cup, I would rather have Jackson on the left than what we have as options on the left. And put
you know what you should have on the left?
That's genuinely what I'd rather do.
Let me show you who should have on the left because people wanted to see footage of me. Yeah, let me show you who we should have on the left. Yeah, this is who you should have on the left. Who should have on the left? Ready for this one? Yeah. Let me even expand. Let me even expand that one there, bro. Yeah.
I'm seeing bare beer bellies though. I'm seeing bare
Don't
beer
worry
bellies.
about that.
Watch. Oh, cut in on the right. Oh, take him on. Bumbo card.
Right on.
Hey.
Yeah. Reload it, people.
Is that done? Is that you?
Me. Take about the tongue.
Yeah. Toe tap.
That's cold.
Yeah.
That's cold.
Give me a group of 5 bags a week.
I am seeing beer bellies though. I am seeing beer bellies.
Bro, listen. You can only play what's in front of you. You can only play.
That's the Bundesliga tax.
You can only play what's in front of me, bro. But, hey, that's me. That's actually me, bro. That's actually me, man.
That's cool to me.
In terms of what you said, Tobes, I agree with you in terms of them two playing together. I would love to see Jackson on the left, and even if like, in possession we could even change it to a 4-2-1-2 or something of that nature, where it's like 2 attackers and even Jackson facilitating for the lap, making runs, all of that type of stuff. I already said it when I wanted your. What happened?
Oh, there we go. I'm back.
I don't know what happened there, bro.
Okay, it wasn't just me. I thought.
It was StreamYard.
The whole thing shut off. The whole thing froze. But go on, CB. You're saying something about Gyökeres.
I was just saying, like he would be able to facilitate for another attacker, and if him and Delap together would be great. But in terms of the left wing position, the only concern I'll have with Jackson playing out wide is, especially with how high up Cucurella goes, he would need to do a lot of defensive work in terms of tracking back. That's something that Noni actually does pretty well and doesn't get credit for. Same with Neto, to be fair. I don't know if Jackson can fill in that way. That's my only concern. Other than that, I would love to see them two together. I'll be honest. I think that's the best way things could go.
Let's talk about the midfield, man, because listen, this is an interesting conversation, right? Because listen, a lot of people say our best midfield is Lavia, Caicedo, and Palmer, right? People like to take Enzo out of it. And we already know that we have one of Enzo's
not playing those games.
A lot of people like take Enzo out of the midfield, right? And for me, I've always been consistent with this. Certain games, that midfield would run against the bigger teams where you need a little bit more physicality, you need a little bit more of a protection in front of the centre backs, right? But when you're playing against the low blocks, that midfield, bro, it lacks creativity. You know what I'm saying, Tobes? It lacks a lot of creativity, bro. And once again, yesterday, Lavia was good on the ball. He was breaking a lot of lines, cool, right? But I felt like him and Caicedo were getting in the way of each other. That's number one, right? And then Palmer wasn't really being that effective on the ball. Like, but when you see Enzo come on the pitch, bro, the dynamic in the midfield changed straight away. You know what I mean? The way that we were popping the ball in the second half in the middle was different. And once again, this guy gets another goal. Yeah. And if people didn't know, the Club World Cup, the numbers get added onto this season, by the way. So at the end of the season, he's already on one. He's already on one goal. Do you know what I'm trying to say? He's already on one goal, bro. Yeah.
No, it counts as last season. It's not new season. It counts from this season. It's continued.
That's what I mean. It can't, as in it gets added on. The GA gets added on from the Club World Cup to the new season.
No, it's from the last season. Not the
I
new
think it goes to last season.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Okay, my bad then. Okay.
Yeah, like don't let the jerseys and the new kits and that fuck you up. I think it does go to last
Okay,
season.
okay.
Do you know, in terms of the midfield, I'm so happy you guys brought this up because I was very disappointed to not see Andre Santos make his debut today.
Yeah. I wanted. Well, Sugo came on, didn't he?
Yeah,
But not him.
Who's he gonna come on for?
Seeing Sugo was nice, but for me, Andre Santos personally, it was a bit upsetting to not see him, and it's making me a bit nervous because I don't know. There's so much speculation around his future. Hopefully, he's not going anywhere. But in terms of the midfield situation, I feel like all of us amongst on this panel and the majority of the fan base can all agree that with Andre Santos coming in, we don't really need to make any additions into our midfield. He kind of completes. He's kind of the missing piece, especially with Lavia not being available that often. Having someone like Andre Santos there who can play the 6 role, the 8 role, and even a more advanced role in the 10, similar to what Enzo Fernandez is doing. He's the missing piece to this midfield, and everyone's been looking forward to seeing him. I've been more excited for Andre Santos than I have been for Esteval. So if there's him not getting minutes for the full 90, especially when we had 6 subs because of the concussion sub they made, is very disappointing and worrying for me. And hopefully this is just a process of just easing him into the squad and trying to let him earn a place.
Let me tell you something, CB. Let me tell you something. This is one of Clear Lake's crown jewels, right? Maresca will have no choice but to play him. He's not going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Andre Santos is not going anywhere. All these guys, all these clubs that want to come in for him, we say no straight away. No, he's not going nowhere. He's not going nowhere. He's one of the few players that went on loan and he got brought into the Club World Cup. I think it's just a situation where he'll probably start the next game, bro, and he will play majority of the game. There's no way that he's getting sold. Impossible. After the season he just had. No way, man. Go, Robert.
Yeah,
Robert.
plus like how often rather is Lavia going to be here? Like, if we're even honest, like you'd be quite surprised if Lavia played the whole Club World Cup. You would be quite surprised.
Yeah. 100%.
I think he's more of a competition for Lavia than anybody else. I think the problem that he's gonna find himself is that he is good at a bunch of things. He's not a specialist midfielder in anything specifically. So I would say Esugo is a specialist in breaking play, just like Caicedo is, right? Enzo is a master creator. So Andre Santos is he can break up play, he can progress the ball, he can be creative, but he's not really. So when Maresca is trying to shut up shop in a 2-1, when we're up 2-1, he's not bringing on Andre Santos over Esugo, right? Because Esugo is better at breaking up play. And when maybe you can say when Enzo Fernandez is tired, he might bring on somebody like if we have a Morgan Rogers, I probably think he will probably bring on a Rogers. If it's 1-1 and we need a goal, he'll bring on a Rogers before he bring on an Andre Santos. That is the problem I think Andre Santos might run into. And the thing is that it's a World Cup year. And so I don't.
Y'all putting the cart before the horse, bro. Slow the fuck down. Like
I don't think it's
World Cup. Yeah, these not need minutes.
It's one Club World Cup game. Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah, but I think he plays. I think he plays against Flamengo. I think he plays.
Yeah, like so. What do we like? You talking about running? Did you even put him behind a player we don't even have? Morgan Rogers.
This is what I'm saying. I think
you put him behind Morgan Rogers, bro. Morgan Rogers is for Villa.
This guy's the best.
Santos is fine. I didn't have no problem with him not coming on yesterday. Who was he coming on for? Asugo is literally.
I think it was more like Nkunku coming on where you think you're not even going to be here, mate. Do you know what I mean? I think it's one of. Do you know what I mean?
Nkunku came on to play the 10. Like,
yeah.
And also this idea that Nkunku's not gonna be here, he could fuck around and be here. Like, like people act like that's not a chance. He could fuck around and be here. It could happen. It could happen.
I think it's gone. I think it's gone, man. But yeah,
bro, listen. Every year there's some player that you think is gonna be gone, and they fuck around and be here. We don't know. Like, it's a reason he playing. This idea that y'all think it's a random idea just to play him. Nothing is fucking just random, just so like that. It's a reason he played. He played for a reason. It ain't just no. I'm gonna.
I think that's the thing, though, Robert. Yeah, I think you. Let me read this out. Tabo, big up Tabo, for this. Says this guy needs to calm his analysis down. What you mean he isn't a specialist? Santos is a midfielder, bro. He does everything. That's his speciality.
He's a complete. I get what Robert's trying to say.
Midfielder. He's like,
I don't really get what Robert's saying. Don't really. That don't make no fucking sense. I gotta be honest.
Okay, look, Jimmy, let me explain it. Yeah, let me break it.
Santos, I've never heard of somebody say you too good at everything. There's no position.
He's not saying that. He's not saying that. It's like Robert, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is like in the past when we used to have a little midfielder: Lampard, Ballack, Mikel, Essien, and let's say for example in an instance we have Ballack on the bench or some shit. Yeah, is a 1-0 game. There's 15 minutes left. We're under a bit of pressure. You'd rather bring on a Mikel, who you know his role is to set up, is to close the shop. He's going to win the ball. He's going to break down play. So that's something that Asugo offers. Whereas Andre Santos, if you're bringing him on, he's a more complete midfielder. So if he's not starting the game, I wouldn't expect him to close out the last 10, 15 minutes when we're trying to close. So
he does that very well, though.
This is what I'm talking about, though. Y'all talking about him as if he.
That's what I was.
He's a CDM too. He literally can play all the spots he's played CDM before.
I agree.
He's played there for Strasbourg, bro. He's won the ball the most times
like he tackles, he does everything. I'm confused. How are we talking about Andre Santos like he fucking like? Oh my gosh, I can't believe what are we talking about here, yo? The dude is a complete midfielder, complete. Score goals, can pass. He can be the first man to take the ball off the back line. Complete midfielder. You gonna tell me?
But you're not getting my point, Jimmy. I'm just saying. Yesterday, for instance, we need creativity in the midfield. Enzo is on the bench, and Andre Santos on the bench. Who do you bring on?
What the fuck would he bring on Andre Santos?
Hear me
already. Literally just had a 20+ DNA season.
Let me land.
We go into the first half. We need creativity. We see that there's no creativity in the midfield. You have Andre Santos and Enzo Fernandez. Well, clearly Enzo Fernandez gets the nod ahead of Andre Santos. And if it's a 2-1 game and you need to shut up shop, Asugo is getting the nod, most likely.
You don't know that. This is what I'm talking about. You're making a scenario that fits what you're saying off of one fucking preseason game, off of the first game in the tournament. Yeah, what are you talking about?
I think you're drawing your conclusion.
They literally been here to say we don't have no fucking idea who's gonna be playing where. You don't.
Obviously, we don't have an idea. We don't have an idea who's gonna start as a
striker. You have no idea. Lavia started yesterday. Lavia does not start over Enzo. So what are you talking about? Lavia does not start over Enzo.
He started in the first half of the season. He was the starter over Enzo Fernandez.
Lavia does not start over Enzo. I don't give a fuck about the few times you saw it. Our starting midfield is Enzo and fucking Caicedo.
But you can't tell me no different. Hold on, Jim. Before you dip out CB, yeah. What are you saying about this midfield situation right now, the dynamic, bro? Yeah. When do we use Enzo? When do we use Lavia and Caicedo? What do you make of this situation? It's a healthy headache to have. If
we're facing the big 6 game, the Liverpool, Arsenal, for example, or Manchester City, we got to go with the big 3: Caicedo, Lavia, Enzo. If it's low blocks, and I think we need to start doing the 4-3-3 thing, man. That's another thing, but
yeah.
as opposed to the inversion in Caicedo inverted right back or whatever. But in any, like, I think if we're breaking down a low block, you'd obviously want Enzo to be there. But this is when I'd put someone like Andre Santos in an instance when we're facing low blocks, because you can get goals from the midfield. Something that I can't look at Lavia and Caicedo to do. So that's an extra something. You're probably the only midfielder we have that's gonna get the ball from 25 yards and just have a crack and might score. So I would have him there in terms of low blocks, breaking down low blocks and stuff. But I need to see Andre Santos first. Based on what I've seen in Strasbourg, he's more than good enough to start.
Bro, don't you remember this guy in preseason, bro? He was top 3 performance for us, bro.
Yeah,
he should have never been loaned out, but Poch was obsessed with height. He wanted to keep Leslie instead, bro. You know what I mean? He should have never gone out on loan, bro. Listen, I've been saying from the moment I saw that guy, say, yo, this Andre Santos guy, he's different. He's different, bro. He's got to stay. He plays beyond his years, right? I hear what Robert's saying, because if you look at Caicedo, if you look at Enzo, you're looking at his speciality is creating. If you're looking at Palmer, his speciality is most likely creating, I would say. If you look at Caicedo, his speciality is probably destroying play. I know he's good on the ball, but Andre Santos, I'll be real, Robert, yeah? He can play as a box crasher. He can play as a DM. Like, if you were to watch him for the first time, you wouldn't even know what position he plays, because he's so good in all these positions. Do you get it? That's the point that Jim was making. He's a bit of a specialist in both roles. Do you get it? He's more
this idea that he's the jack of all trades and master none bullshit. That dude is as good as any one of them at any of those. He can break up play, he can tackle, he can do all that shit. I see.
Let them know what you got coming up, man. Let them know what you got coming up.
What day is the Philly game? Friday, IRL stream again. Hopefully, I run into Jimmy. Me and Jimmy might have to do a real life roast battle.
We gonna link.
You are. That's great content right there. That's great content.
Yeah, I'll make sure.
For the whole Club World Cup, I'm just doing straight IRL streams. I'm just trying to do different stuff, man. Kind of break barriers creatively. We done our first one yesterday. Kind of went well. I'm literally on the way to the mall to get a new microphone, so hopefully the quality is a bit better. And yeah, man, literally, I'm active, bro. Next Tuesday, if you need me done, I'm here. I'm trying to just make as much content as possible while I'm in America. So I'm open.
No, I'll definitely shout you. I'll definitely shout you, bro. We'll do something next week. What it is right now, CB, bro, the news has been a bit quiet, man. Like, we haven't even really touched up on like the Club World Cup Omissions and Maignan and whatnot. I'll save that for another stream. Yeah. A few of us have got a cut now as well. I've got to go.
Yeah, I think right now, I like the fact that the news is a bit low, because it's like now is an opportunity for us to actually make content. Do you know what I'm saying? It's easy to make content when it's just Fabrizio's tweeted some bullshit that might not even happen, and we're making little squads. But like, when it's like this and there's no football being played, it's the best time for us to just challenge ourselves, man. That's how I look at it, man. I just want to be better at this content stuff, bro.
Y'all see this breaking news?
What's happened?
Bomber.
Not a bomber, but Aston Villa is gonna try to get Jackson away from Chelsea.
From who? Who's that come from?
Give me sports.
Oh man. Listen, that's my cue to leave, man. See you later, man. Jimmy, I'm gonna text you WhatsApp, about this link up.
Big up CB. But yeah, people, you're gonna see more CB on the channel. I'll be on his channel as well. We're gonna chop it up, man. But content's back. The content's back, bro. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, let's finish off on that note anyway. I'll make sure that I put everyone's links and that in the description. I didn't get a chance to do it before, but I'll put it in there, man. But yeah, it's been a good stream. Solid debut, Robert, man. Let them know where they can find you, my bro.
Yeah, you was good outside of that Garnacho shit.
Nah, Jimmy, Jimmy, you'll see later on. But no, I'm on Twitter. Come find me. We'll chat and thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to be on the panel and to chat with the boys. Everything Chelsea. It's always a pleasure, man. Appreciate it.
No, 100, man. I'll definitely get you back on again, my bro. Jimmy, you got anything coming up, bro?
No, I'm going to the game, so I won't be doing no watch along and none of that shit. I'm gonna do some little bit of vlogging and shit. So yeah, me and Strasbourg Steve, that's my G. I'm linking up with Steve on the Tuesday game, so we're gonna be doing some vlog. I'm trying to find where the Esperance, that's their name, where their fans are. Their fans are fucking crazy. So I plan on trying to find out where they are and get some video and some footage with them. Sing some of their songs. They're gonna watch us put 5 in the net against their ass.
How about you, Tobes? What you got coming up, my bro?
Nothing, mate. Nothing. Just scraping the barrel over the not international break. You know what I mean? The summer, like content's a bit dry. That's about it. Yeah, same old, same old.
Yeah. Listen, people, but listen, I've redirected this stream to Rants right now. Rants is live right now with Flawless. Yeah, trying to think of a name that we can go in there with. Yeah, say no Gyökeres for you, my friend. Yeah, no Gyökeres for you, buddy. Yeah, hold on. Where's Jimmy? Oh, this guy messed up the thing, bro. People, go put this right now. Don Raid, no Gyökeres for you, buddy. You know what I'm saying? Put that right there. You know what I mean? No Glock 9 for you, bro. But listen, people, there'll be more content coming up. Blue Diaries should be back, hopefully, in the next few days. I'll try to sort something out. Everything's a bit everywhere right now, people, man, because it's summer. Life gets in the way of things. You know what I'm trying to say? But big up, people, man. It's been lit. In a bit. Bless.